Hey y'all, it's your girl Coach Energy. I am here to talk about the importance of taking time between relationships. Stay tuned to this video. Let's talk about it. Do you ever take time in between relationships? Do you ever allow yourself to heal, to figure out what may have gone wrong, to see where you can improve, to see just how you can be a better you overall? Not all relationships end in a traumatic way, or just not necessarily traumatic, but not all relationships end in pain and hurt, but the majority of the relationships do. And so, for those relationships where it's not a happy ending, what do you typically do once that relationship is over? Once that person is out of your life, what do you do? Do you find yourself going immediately looking for the next relationship? Do you immediately try to fill that void that you now have with some other person, some new person? Do you try to fill that space of loneliness, that space of emptiness, that lack of companion or companionship? Do you try to immediately fill that with someone else? Many of us do. Many of us have. I definitely know that I have. I used to definitely do that because I longed for having someone in my life. And there were times where I didn't allow myself an adequate amount of time to heal before going into the next relationship. And so when we tend to do that, it creates what's called, or it creates baggage. It creates emotional baggage, spiritual baggage. It creates just a number of things that ends up just going straight into that next relationship. Why? Because we didn't give ourselves time, or didn't give the situation time to just kind of settle, and to give us time or a chance to work through whatever it was that was going on, whatever emotional issues that we just went through, that we just dealt with. We didn't give ourselves time to work through it. We didn't give ourselves the opportunity to actually heal from it before moving forward and jumping into that next relationship with this now new person. For one, it's not fair to that new person, for that new person to have to deal with the emotional issues, the emotional baggage that you just dealt with from your previous relationship. That's not fair to that person. But then also, it's not fair to you. It's not fair to you to have just dealt with what you dealt with in that previous relationship. And then now you're dealing with a lot of the residue. And now this new relationship, when you started over to hopefully start fresh, but you're not really starting fresh if you're still bringing in the bags, the issues, from that previous person, or the previous issues, or the previous relationship, excuse me, that you were just in. So think about it. What do you typically do? How much time do you typically give yourself to work through things? Now, no, there's no set amount of time, or this template of time that is required, or that is guaranteed to be the right amount of time, or the appropriate amount of time to take from going from one relationship to the next relationship. However, it's still important to take whatever time is necessary for you. You'll know when the time is right, because you'll be at peace. Your heart, your spirit, your mind, your soul will all be at peace. If you're still feeling anxiety from the things that may have happened with your prior relationship, if you're still feeling those little anxious feelings, those anxiety things keep popping up, then you probably did not take enough time to heal and to go through the motions, or to actually go through the work that's required, that will be necessary for you to become a better you, for you to become a better you for yourself, for you to become a better you for that next person. If you really want that next relationship to work out, if you really want that next relationship to be the relationship, the one, then it's part of your responsibility to make sure that you go into the relationship the right way, that you go into the relationship being a whole individual, not a part, not a partial, excuse me, not a portion of you, not part of you, not half of you. No, you need to go into that next relationship being a whole individual, because you can't be of any benefit to anything or anyone if you're going in it half full. You have to go in it completely full. So you need to make sure that you've taken care of whatever the issues were from the last relationship. Yeah, it may be tough and it's not pretty. It's not, sometimes it may take a while, but so be it. But at the end of the day, at least you know that you are a better you. At least you know that you have made those improvements that you need to make in order to really successfully move forward into that next relationship. And to where your next relationship, you won't go through the same exact things that you just went through before. You don't want to repeat the same issues. You don't want to repeat the same mistakes. And so, if that's the case, if you're finding yourself repeating the same mistakes, then you have to just pause and look at things, look at yourself and figure out, okay, just think about it. Like, what am I doing wrong? Am I actually taking time to heal? Am I actually taking time for me? Am I actually getting to know myself? Some of those issues that we end up having in relationships that we're in, a lot of those issues are just simply because we haven't dated ourselves to the point to where we know what we want or need from the other person that we're dating. And it's like we have this uncertain expectation or a false expectation, and we're trying to figure ourselves out while with someone else, and that's doing a disservice to that person, yourself, and that relationship. You have to figure yourself out prior to getting with someone, prior to getting into that next relationship. You have to figure out who you are. You have to figure out what you like, what you don't like, those things that you can tolerate, those things that you cannot tolerate. You have to figure out those deal breakers. And that's not a bad thing. Some people view that as though it's a negative thing to actually take time to figure out, okay, and to set standards of, okay, I like this or I don't like this. I can deal with this or I can't deal with this. No, it's okay to do that, because guess what? You're saving time, you're saving heartache, you're saving issues, you're saving time from not having to deal with those particular issues while you're trying to figure yourself out while with someone else. Two people who end up coming together, they have to already know who they are. You can't figure yourself out while you're in the midst of dating someone else, because you're trying to figure them out and trying to, y'all trying to work together to create this new union, this new bond. And you're just going to complicate things if you don't know who you are, you don't know what you want, and vice versa if that person doesn't know who they are and if that person doesn't know who or what they want. And so I definitely charge you guys to just, if you are in the middle of or in between relationships, or if you find yourself coming to another breakup, then just pause and just take a look at everything. Take a look at yourself. It always starts within you, with you, the inner person. Everything starts with you. So you have to look at yourself to see exactly what is it that's going on. What's happening? What is this pattern? Why am I finding myself constantly in these particular situations or these issues with certain people? And you usually find out that it's usually a common denominator somewhere in there, whether it be that you have not healed from something that may have happened in your childhood. It could have been something dealing with, like, maybe your parents, if you grew up in a household that had a lot of animosity or a lot of chaos. If you grew up in a single parent home that wasn't really stable, or that had where that particular parent, whom you live with, if that parent had people that they were dating coming in and out of the house and in and out of your life. Find out, take the time to figure it out, take the time to work through and see what the actual issue is, what the issues are, whatever it is. But do yourself a favor, if you want a future life that is filled with more peace, more love, more calmness, you have to do the work. You have to put the time in to actually pinpoint what's going on, pinpoint those issues, pinpoint whatever it is, whether it be large amounts of jealousy or anger or temper or whatever it is, whether it be you're finding yourself in financial issues because of when you get into a relationship, your spending, your budget just completely goes out of whack. Whatever the case is, figure it out. Take the time, get a pen and paper, pencil and paper, whatever, and just jot some things down. Go through the motions of figuring out, okay, this is what happened in my past relationship. This is what happened in the other relationship. This is what just happened in this relationship. So you got to kind of do like a mind map, so to speak, of things. And if you do that, if you put the actual work into it, put all your effort into it and take the time to just be by yourself. Being by yourself is not a bad thing. Being by yourself doesn't mean that you are a loner, that doesn't mean that you're lame or anything like that. You can actually enjoy life as an individual person. Just work on yourself, take the time to do that. It definitely works wonders. It works wonders for everyone that I know who have actually done the work, and I can speak personally from personal experience. It definitely does help me, and it has helped me to save time, to save unnecessary back and forth with people that I'm just not, that I know that I won't connect with, that I know that I know that I'm not compatible with, that I know I'm not, that they're not good for me. I will not be good for them because I now know me. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I know what I can tolerate. I know what I cannot tolerate. And so, therefore, it allows me to let a person be who they are and for me to really learn them for who they are, because I don't want to meet that person's representative. I don't want to meet that person that they're putting on, that representative that they're putting on to, to try to oh my gosh, I don't know what word to use right now. But anyway, I don't want to meet the person that they're just trying to put on in order to impress. That's the word, impress. I don't want to be impressed by someone that's not being them, because you can only keep that up for so long. And I need to be able to make the best decision for myself and the best decision for what could be a relationship between me and that person. And the only way that I can do that is if I am getting to know the real you, the real them. And to get to know the real person, that person has to know who they are. That person can't, you know, it's not going to be effective and it's not going to be good for you or I if you are trying to figure yourself out while trying to create a relationship with me, while trying to grow with me. Do the work first. Take the time to heal, take the time to learn you, learn yourself, date yourself. It's actually fun. It's invigorating. There's you end up saving a lot of time, you save a lot of money. So consider that. Ask yourself, and also be be mindful of if another person, if they are approaching you or whomever that person is that you are considering getting into a relationship with, find out, when was the last time that you were in a relationship? How much time did you take between your last relationship versus now? Did you take the time to heal before now trying to come to me? Because you don't want anyone to bring their baggage to you. You don't want anyone to bring their emotional baggage onto you, into the relationship that they're trying to create with you. You don't want to have to deal with that either, because time, again, once it's gone, it's gone. And you don't want to have to just go through unnecessary issues, unnecessary trouble, unnecessary heartache and pain. A lot of the things that we go through, we can prevent it, or we can definitely lessen a lot of the issues that we end up going through if we just make better decisions. And some of those decisions starts with us, starts with the person that is here, the person that we know the best, the person that we spend the most time with, which is ourselves. So make sure that you not only are doing the work and you're putting in the time to heal between your relationships, but make sure that the person that who you are considering being with, that they have taken the time and put in that work as well, because you deserve it as well. You deserve to make sure that you're getting that best person, just like they are deserving of getting your best self as well. I hope that makes sense. Did that sound right, y'all? All right. So, but anyway, healing, taking time, do it. It's so worth it. It's necessary. Too many of us don't, because we want to just hurry up and get back into that fuzzy feeling with the next person, because everything, it looks so good when it's so new, when it's so fresh, but we find ourselves having to learn that lesson the hard way too many times. So do yourself a favor and do that next person a favor. Take time between your next relationship to heal, to do the work, to put in the effort, and to go through what's necessary in order to make sure that you rid yourself of whatever the issues were from your past relationship. Do not move forward and drag baggage forward. It's not going to be a pretty thing, and it's not a smart use of your time. So you guys know what to do. Leave your comments below. Let's get the conversations going. Let's get the conversation started. Leave those comments below. Click on that subscribe button. Also click on that bell. I know it's been a while since I've done a video, but I've been working behind the scenes, y'all. Seriously, you'll see. I am creating this business, this mentoring and coaching business. Sorry, y'all gotta excuse me. That's my dog. So sorry about that. That was my dog. So yeah, I've been working behind the scenes, trying to really get this mentoring and coaching company, this business started. I want to do it the right way, just like anything and everything else that I've done, but I'm really, really taking this one to the next level. I am taking it there, and it's taking me a little while because I'm also incorporating my photography company with that as well. So y'all just stay tuned. Once I get things a little bit more solidified and I get a few more things ironed out, then I'll definitely keep you guys updated. Y'all will be the first to know, of course, because this is that channel. This is my mentoring and coaching channel. So just stay tuned, stick with me. Again, click that subscribe button. Hit that bell so when I do come out with more uploads, more videos, more episodes, more podcasts, then you will be able to be notified as soon as they come out. I am also going to be partnering up with a few other people as well. So we're going to partner up and do more podcasts, more videos where we talk about subjects on life topics where we talk about life topics also. So stay tuned to that. I will share those videos on my channel. So just stick with me. This is just the beginning. Y'all see I got my background looking better. I'm trying to tell you. It's been some research, it's been some work that has been being put in, and you will not be disappointed. So stay with me. Reach out to me, comment below. Like I said, my email, my social media, wherever all my information you'll find at the end of this video. As of right now, you guys enjoy, but do yourselves a favor, put that work in. I charge you to take the time to just pause. Y'all know that's my word. You gotta pause, because there's power in the pause. You have to pause and just say, what is it that I need to do to better my next relationship, to be your best self? All right, guys. Coach Nrgy out. See ya. Bye.